This bass line combines the techniques of using the thumb, double thumb, and popping the strings with the first and second fingers. So get your bass out and tune it up, and let's get started. All right, we're going to start this bass line with a thumb on the 7th fret of the A string. And fret that note with your first finger. All right, then the next note will be popping with a 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the G string. Followed by another pop note on the 9th fret of the G string with the 3rd finger of the left hand and popping with the 2nd finger of the right. All right, our next note will be a down thumb on the 4th fret of the A string, followed by an up thumb on the 5th fret of the A string, moving our first finger from the 4th to the 5th fret of the left hand. And then popping the 7th fret note on the G string with the first finger. And then for our last 2 notes of the first measure, a thumb on the 5th fret of the A string, followed by another pop 1 on the 7th fret of the G string. All right, so for our first measure, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Now the first 2 beats of the second measure are just like the first 2 beats of the first. All right, so that'll be 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Now for our 3rd beat of the second measure, we'll start with the 5th fret on the A string with the first finger of the left hand, up thumbing with the right. And then the next note will be a pop 1 on the 7th fret of the G string with the 3rd finger of the left hand. And then a thumb on the 7th fret of the E string, followed by a pop 1 on the 5th fret of the A string. So for our second measure, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and. All right, now let's do the bass line in its entirety. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 and 4 and 1. All right, now let's try the slow tempo track. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4 and. Now let's play it with a medium tempo track. One E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 All right, time for the fast one. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and 4 and Thanks again for joining me today, and I hope you had fun learning this bass line. Don't forget to check out my other free and premium videos, and until then, this is Russ Rodgers, and I'll see you later.